Field Septien will kick it off for the Cowboys as we start a wild card game to see who advances in the Super Bowl tournament. It is Mike Gooman, fumbles it, can't find the handle. Wearing gloves, finally does find the handle. Inside the 15. Ron Fellows, the first Cowboy to hit him. The lineups: the Rams offensive backs and receivers. Ferragamo, the quarterback. Eric Dickerson, Mike Gooman, the backs. Gooman, the U-back. Preston Denard, George Farmer wide, and the tight end is Mike Barber. Bill Bain, Kent Hill, Doug Smith, Dennis Harrah, and Jackie Slater up front. The Dallas defense will check out after they run this first play. 1st and 10. Rams a long time in the huddle. Barber and Farmer. This is David Hill now, who is in motion. It is outside to George Farmer. Bill Bates up to make the hit along with Everson Walls. The Rams had said that they were going to throw on 1st down, and they started that way. The Dallas defense: Ed Jones, Dutton, Randy White, Harvey Martin up front. 3 linebackers: Hegman, Brunig, and Anthony Dickerson. Not Eric, no relation. In the secondary: Walls, Thurman, Bates, and Downs. Rams got about 6, so make it 2nd and 4 from their own 21. Vince Ferragamo had a bad split finger on his throwing hand, but he said last night it's just about healed and causes him no discomfort. Denard swung in motion. Ferragamo gets it to Preston Denard, and Denard will get a Ram 1st down. He goes out of bounds at about the 28. Brunig, the middle linebacker, chased him out. Here is Ferragamo's hand, which caused him a great deal of discomfort earlier.
Well, we can see where it is. It's in the webbing on his throwing hand between the little finger and the next finger in. And where he has a problem is not gripping or throwing the ball, but the pounding of taking the snap from the center.
He said it also had bothered his shoulder because of the way he had to throw in an unusual motion. So right now, that was his biggest problem. The lone setback is Dickerson. Hasn't handled it yet. Now he has. Dickerson for maybe 2. Ed Jones comes swirling down to make the initial contact. Dickerson got a couple.
Oh, Ed Jones played that cutback, didn't he? That's the thing. You know, with the one back, Eric Dickerson is going to start one way and then come the other. Now watch number 72, Ed Too Tall Jones. When the ball starts away from him, you have to keep position on it. You see, wait for it to come back with a guy like Eric Dickerson.
He is one of the best at that. He and Dorsett both. George Farmer split wide to the right. Henry Ellard out to the left side. Ferragamo back with Dickerson protected. Ferragamo has Barber. Penalty marker down upfield, or else one of the officials just lost a hat. Bill Bates put the hit on Barber. 11-yard gain. Watch that hit.
Yeah, the official just threw his hat because the outside receiver went out of bounds. Now, Bill Bates is starting today in place of Dexter Clinkscale because Tom Landry said, we aren't tackling well in the secondary. I need some tacklers in there. And he says, I know Bates will do it. Watch him 40. Boom, just square right there. Bang! Put him right down on his back. I'll tell you, that Bill Bates, he'll come around and he'll find where the ball is and put some leather to leather and paint to paint.
Paint to paint, whatever it takes. That was Mike Hegman, the other tackler. But the Rams have another 1st down. Ferragamo gives to Dickerson, and Dickerson breaks into the clear. Michael Downs takes him out of bounds as they get inside the Dallas 40. 19 yards for Eric Dickerson.
I'll tell you, this guy is something, isn't he? I'll tell you, he's as big as a fullback and as quick as a halfback. Watch these quick moves. He starts in there off Bruning. He just bounced out, takes it to the outside, gets Bates caught up in there, takes the thing, cuts back, goes to the sideline. He's still going. I'll tell you, that was some kind of move. I mean, up, in, out, back up, the whole deal there.
This, of course, is where he played his collegiate football for the Mustangs of SMU. 2 tight end offense now as Dallas shows blitz. Ferragamo pump fake, looking deep for Farmer. Penalty markers down, and Farmer is out of bounds.
That's going to be against Everson Walls, too. I think it was an out and up. And as Farmer was making his out move, I think we'll see that Walls may have grabbed him or put a hand on him. Now, once you get beyond 5 yards, you can't touch him. Now, watch. Everson Walls is the outside defender. Here's Farmer. You see, he starts that out move, then he starts up. Now, watch right there. You see the right arm? And it goes right on Farmer's left shoulder and down his arm. Fisher called that. Boom, 5 yards. That won't be pass interference.
Referee is Gordon McCarter. The public address announcement system is out of order because of the extreme cold. All kind of pipes have burst overnight at Texas Stadium as you look at John Robinson. The penalty against Everson Walls gives the Rams a first down at the Dallas 24.
What they're talking about here is whether the ball was in the air. If the ball was in the air when he committed the foul, then it's interference. If it was before the ball was thrown, then it would be defensive holding. See, now, this is an all-star officiating crew. In other words, they didn't work together as a team. These are the people that got votes and got to be in these playoff games.
It's incomplete. We will reestablish the previous spot and then assess the 5-yard penalty.
Let's have another look at that last play and see.
Let's look at it right here. Now, again, if the ball's in here, you see the out move, then the up move, and then here's the penalty right there. I think it's very close.
I think so.
Because you see, the thing is they can't say.
For illegal contact, number 24, defense, or 5 yards, automatic first down.
The automatic first down gives the Rams a first down at the Dallas 33, and obviously they ruled that it was not in the air. He had not thrown it. It was close.
Well, either that it was not in the air or the ball was out of bounds and an uncatchable ball. They do that sometimes, too.
Gooman and Dickerson behind Ferragamo. That's Gooman on the flank and in motion now. Pitch back to Dickerson, looking for some room up and finds some. Eric Dickerson, another Ram, first down inside the Dallas 20. As you said, big as a fullback, moves like a halfback.
And I'll tell you, watch the pursuit here of the Dallas defense. Now, they think Dickerson's going wide to the left. Look, it's a pitch. Now, watch, they'll all run there. Watch, they just stay with the blocks. Now, watch, there's 5 guys right there, and he cuts right back against that grain. There's John Dutton, who didn't get back for the cutback. You see all those 5 guys? They just rode him out, and he cut right up in that seam there.
Dickerson, 3 carries, 37 yards already. First down Rams at the Dallas 18. That's Denard in motion this time, and Ferragamo backpedals under pressure from Randy White. Touchdown, David Hill. Ferragamo with a rush by White, still hung in there and got rid of it and got the Rams on the board.
I think the Cowboys were in one of those coverages where the middle linebacker, Bob Brunick, was isolated on the tight end, David Hill. I think they were so concerned with the wide receivers. Now watch Brunick here. He's 53. He's going to end up covering David Hill. See, Hill comes inside. He starts there with him. Now watch as the ball comes up. The closest guy is a middle linebacker, 53, Bob Brunick. That's a mismatch. It was a great read by Ferragamo.
That's a pretty tough job to ask of a middle linebacker. Nolan Cromwell will hold. Lansford will try for the extra point. Rams win 85 yards. Extra point's good. And they lead 7-0. Cold turf at Texas Stadium.
Let's see if we can see that touchdown here. Now what happens is David Hill is here. He's going to take an inside release, and that puts him on the linebacker, Brunick. Then he's going to come and run a corner. Brunick starts back here. He loses right in here. See where I start to scribble there. Now watch it. The inside release puts Brunick on him. You see the motion starts out. The secondary is going to cover the outside guy. Look, here comes Hill. Brunick's waiting for him, but he runs deep, and he runs a corner on him. Brunick said, whoa, I need help deep, man.
That play looks familiar. The Ram drive, and it was a dandy. 7 plays, 85 yards they went.
You know, the thing that impressed me about that drive is they had 5 first downs. They ran 3 times on first down and passed 2 times.
Ron Fellows from the Dallas 13 behind the block of Allen. Fellows still on his feet. To about the 30, a good return. Mike Williams made the stop. The Dallas offense. Danny White, Dorsett, Springs, Drew Pearson, and Tony Hill, the wide receivers. Donovan Scott, Rafferty, Richards, Cooper, and Cosby, the tight end. That's the way they start, but they don't necessarily stay that way. There is Danny White. Those figures are certainly more than respectable, but he's been under heavy criticism here in Dallas. But as John Madden pointed out at the top of the broadcast, his teammates certainly came to show their appreciation of what he's done. Very emotional scene as the game began. This is Drew Pearson in motion, and this is Ron Springs for a couple. Right straight ahead, Youngblood and Meisner and Doss. The front three for the Rams, and there they are. And they all converge to make that tackle. 4 linebackers, Owens, George Andrews on the outside, Collins and Carl Eckern in the middle. And the secondary, Harris and Irvin the corners, Cromwell and Johnson, who have swapped positions, the 2 safety men. Pickup of maybe 3 for Springs, and White brings the Cowboys out. Tony Hill out wide, along with Drew Pearson, and Dorsett goes back deep. Hand off to Dorsett. He squirms or tries to the outside. It's Greg Meisner, the nose tackle, who comes from nowhere to cut him down.
I'll tell you, the thing you have to do is you can't let that nose tackle, the guy that lines up over the center, you can't let him get penetration and run the ball. When that guy can get in the backfield, that's the most important matchup to run the ball, is the center against the nose tackle.
Now, in what the Rams think is a passing situation, and it would seem so, they come in with Gary Jeter to help rush the passer, and they go with 4 down linemen. Man over the center.
Jack Youngblood loves this defense.
Gives him room to roam. Brooks Johnson makes a juggling catch and does well to hang on. Took a jolt in the back, and Butch might be shaken a bit. George Andrews applied the massage. Johnson still down. Yeah.
He got him right there. You know, that's one part of the body that's not protected, because he catches him above the hip pads and below the shoulder pads. Watch here, as is exposed right there. You see, he caught him right in that lower back thing and just bent Butch away that he doesn't go.
Butch tried to get back to his feet and then realized he had been hit harder than perhaps he thought. Rams 7, Dallas nothing. We're in the first quarter. Danny White will be punting for Dallas. Henry Ellard is back for the Rams. Out of bounds at about the Ram 30. Danny White did not begin the year punting, as you know, and has had a tough time getting back into the groove. That one's 32 yards. Vince Ferragamo in the first drive, 4 out of 4. He and Eric Dickerson displaying first-class wares in that first drive. Dickerson with Gooman, and now Dickerson moves back deep. Ferragamo will throw on first down again. Has a man open, it's Dickerson. And out there with him to take him down is Anthony Dickerson.
Dickerson on Dickerson. That's one of the things that John Robinson wanted to do on first down, is mix up run and pass. Not run every first down, but conversely, don't pass every first down. And he's really started out about as even as you can get. On first down, he's passed 3 times, and he's run the ball 3 times. The other thing he says is, by passing, he said, I want to get Eric Dickerson involved in the passing game, because that's as good as a run, and that was. I mean, you know, he ends up 2nd and 2.
Line of scrimmage is the Ram 42. Los Angeles leading 7-0 over Dallas. Ferragamo back to Dickerson. Dickerson breaks one tackle, breaks another, and gets the first down outside the 45. Dennis Thurman on the bottom.
You know what I liked about Eric Dickerson when we were talking to him last night is he says that, you know, that when the run comes to an end, and a running back always knows when it's coming to the end, he tries to finish it off. He said he tries to punish the defender. He said he knows that that tackler is going to try and